I think we can start now, or we'll wait for some more time. So I was mentioning that basically there are two important type of problems that we come across as far as replacement is concerned. The first variety of question is things that actually fail gradually. It is not a sudden failure, it will fail gradually. So the question that we solved in the morning, they were all gradual failures. They're not something which is incidental. They just gradually fail over a period of time. And the year or a specific time where you find that maintaining that particular machine is not profitable anymore, we usually go for replacement. That is basically what we understood as far as the morning session was concerned. Now, as far as the machines which fails gradually, there are basically two corollaries on which we actually work on. We usually call it as two different cases rather. The first case is the value of money does not change with time. That is the first part. The questions which we solved in the morning, they basically come under this category. The value of money does not change with time. Can anybody please tell me what exactly we mean by this particular statement? Practically, we know that the value of money will definitely change with time. That's the reason why we have something called as the annuity or present value of money and all that, right? Is there any situation or occasion where we can consume or where we can assume that the value of money does not change with time? Can we think of some examples on this? Yeah, class, can I have some solution for this problem? Are there any specific situation or are there any specific instances where we find that the value of money does not change with time? It remains stationary, it remains constant. Are there any specific situations like that? Yeah. Can I get some answers for this? Or at least you can tell me what exactly it means by this. When we say the value of money does not change with time, what does it implies? Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Yeah.
Sir, time value of money will be like if today's 100 rupees, 100 rupees, and
Mhm.
tomorrow it will be much lesser than 100 rupees.
Okay.
So, according to your question, whatever I buy today should be equal to today's value only in tomorrow's time.
Very good. See, this is basically an assumption that what you make. We are assuming that the value change in money or whatever change that happens in the value of money is negligible, or it will not actually have an impact as far as the discounting principle of money is concerned. Because whenever you're making an investment to procure a machinery or buy a machine or item, we are certainly concerned about the utility of that particular component. And in case if your payback period is relatively on a higher side, then definitely you have to work on the cost per mission. Let me give a very simple example of a hospital management. I think you know that the hospitals are again a consortium of various missionaries. In case if you talk about a corporate hospital, there are a lot of advances as far as the medical investigation equipments are concerned. Maybe we can take an example of MRI machine. Not all hospitals cannot afford to have an MRI machine. Again, it depends on the type of patients they're getting and what is their socioeconomic status and what are the specialities they offer. On the basis of that, the hospital management will take a call whether having an MRI machine in their hospital is worth it or not. That's exactly how the whole hospital management works. Let us assume that one of the hospitals has taken a decision to have MRI investigations at their hospital. Basically, they have MRI machine at their hospital. Now, when you have MRI machine, obviously you have to get the patients who get scanned through MRI machine. Then obviously the pricing comes into picture. How much to charge for every MRI scan? Normally, whenever the hospital decides to fix the charges for any investigations, normally two factors are taken into account. Number one, the cost of machine. What is the cost the hospital has incurred in buying that particular equipment? That is one thing. And the second most important thing is the depreciation. In case if the hospital has decided to buy an MRI machine, let's say by paying around 5 crore, I'm just taking a hypothetical value. I don't know exactly how much an MRI machine costs. It is certainly a very costly equipment. Let's assume that it's around 5 crore. If 5 crore is being invested by the hospital to buy an MRI machine, then definitely the hospital should have a clear picture about the demand for investigations. Like how many patients will undergo MRI scan per day. Okay. And in case if let's assume that around 10 patients undergo MRI scan per day, and in case if it continues to have the same number, like every day 10, in how many years I will be able to recover my investment? Because you're investing a huge amount of money, a sizable amount of money on buying that particular equipment. Okay. So suppose for any reason or for some reason, if the demand for that particular investigation drops for various reasons, maybe there could be a new hospital which come up very close to your hospital and they also started with MRI scanning. And in case if they're offering the similar services for a lesser cost, obviously the patients will go there. Or in case if a new lab or a pathology investigation center come up close to your hospital, there also the demand gets distributed. For all these reasons, if at all there is a drop in demand, then definitely the hospital authority should be concerned about what should be the ideal price at which that particular investigation should be offered. Okay, so the payback period, the demand for that particular investigation, and the cost of machinery invariably comes into picture whenever the pricing of certain investigations or pricing of certain products comes into picture. The same logic is applied even in industry as well. Whenever the industry is procuring a machine, and in case if the machine is meant to do certain services, the cost of service is always decided on the basis of what is the demand for that particular service. And the second important component is the depreciation. Of course, if I have bought an MRI machine for my hospital, I will not be able to use this MRI machine for infinite number of days. I can't use it for the next 100 years. Obviously, right? Obviously, every machine has got its own shelf life. And once that particular shelf life is met, the machine has to be replaced or has to be scrapped. After that, the efficiency will definitely come down. Because in case if your investigations are not accurate, or if you're not able to give a foolproof investigation report, then definitely the patients would not be relying on your services. So you have to be very concerned about the accuracy of reports as well. So here when we talk about the machinery in a company, the accuracy here talks about the efficiency, right? The output. The output should always be to the expected level. If at all there is any drop in the output, that will definitely have a negative impact on the overall productivity or profitability of company. Okay. The reason why I took these two examples here is to demonstrate a very important concept called the depreciation. Okay. Some companies are of the impression that any amount of money that have made invested on a particular machine or a setup or an equipment, of course the money value will definitely depreciate. There is absolutely no doubt about it. But we presume that the depreciation that is happening from the money point of view is negligible. Tumba impact agala. In case if I am buying a machine paying 10,000 rupees today, and maybe after 10 years, even though the value of 10,000 rupees would be only 7 or 8,000 rupees then, but I would have spent enough time recovering all my expenses. Therefore, I'm not really bothered about how much depreciation is happening with the money component. Adra ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಅಷ್ಟು ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, because the difference is very negligible. That is the first assumption on which we have worked out the problems in the morning session. So morning session we have absolutely not given any importance as far as the depreciation of value of money is concerned. So the value of money was given least priority. There the depreciation was taken into account only from the machinery point of view on the basis of resale value. So resale value mele now depreciation calculate madidvi. We never bothered about the time value. The time value of money was never considered. That was case 1. Now, in case 2, we are trying to solve certain problems where the value of money changes with time. So apart from the depreciation with respect to machinery, now we are also giving equal importance to the time value of money as well. Depreciation of money is also a component which has to be integrated. And then it becomes an additional feature, right? Previously, we completely ignored the value, the time value of money. But now in the case 2, apart from the resale value, we are also giving equal importance to the present value of money as well. And the annuity component now importance. So this is the only extra thing that we are doing as far as the second case is concerned. Now I hope you have understood the clear difference between the case 1 and case 2. So in case 1, it is the value of money does not change with time. Time is absolutely not given any importance to. Right? The money remains constant throughout. That's what the assumption is. In the second part, we believe that even the money value is also equally important and it has to be accommodated when we are calculating the replacement period for a machine. That is case 2. Have you all understood the difference between case 1 and case 2 now? Everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we are trying to understand the case 2 problems where the concept very clearly demonstrates that the value of money changes with time. So whenever the value of money changes with time, obviously the data what we expect here or the additional data what we expect here is a rate of interest. So ಯಾವ rate ಅಲ್ಲಿ the value of money depreciates has to be given. ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So once that rate of interest is given as a part of the question, that is a clue that you are supposed to look out in the question. Examination alli nimge idu case 1 problem case 2 problem anta distinction iralla. By the looking at the question, you should be in a position to understand whether it is case 1 problem or case 2 problem. If you look at all the case 1 question, there is absolutely no mention about the present value of money. Illu kuda alli rate of interest ಬಗ್ಗೆ mention iralla. They only talk about operating costs, they talk about salvage value, they talk about the cost of machines and all that. But when it comes to second type of problem, they mention about the rate of interest. Illi rate of interest na mention ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Let me just read first question so that you'll get clarity. Question number 1 nodi case 2 nalli, it reads like this. A machine costs rupees 15,000. The running costs for the different years are given below. Find the optimum replacement period if the capital is worth 10% per annum and there's no salvage value. So this is what you are supposed to look at. The 10%, right? The capital is worth 10% per annum. Adana now interest rate anta karibodu, athwa we can also call it as time value of money. So the 10% is an indicator that this problem belongs to case 2. Right? Are you able to understand now how you are distinguishing the case 1 and case 2 problem? Everybody? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When you have the rate of interest given as a part of the question, then it qualifies to be case 2 problem. Of course, once the rate of interest comes into picture, the way we solve the problem is not completely, to a greater extent it varies from method 1. So first morning in madidve on a similar line, but there could be some variations or some changes as far as the steps are concerned. Because ultimately the objective is the same. Even in case 2 also we are trying to distinguish or decide which is the right time to replace the machine. The same conclusion we draw. But the way we arrive at that conclusion is slightly different from the first one. Okay, it's not entirely the same, exactly same iralla. Certain changes happen in the way we solve the problem, but ultimate objective is same. Even in case 2, we are going to decide when the machine has to be replaced. Other objective, but arriving at that conclusion is slightly different. That's what I'm trying to emphasize here. Okay, now let me take up this question and explain this concept with the question itself. I think that will be better. Okay, yeah, so let me take the question now. I already read it is costing 15,000 rupees. So what is this 15,000 rupees here? What does it mean?
C.
Yeah, very good. So 15,000 rupees is nothing but your C value. C is nothing but the cost of equipment or the cost of machine. And second important data what they've given here is there is no salvage value. Now, what do you mean by no salvage value? What is the synonym for the word salvage? Salvage value, can anybody please tell me?
Scrap value.
Salvage value, scrap value, or resale value, all the three are one and the same. These are the terms which are interchangeably used. Okay, Andre, this is a question which clearly demonstrates that there is no salvage or resale or scrap value associated. Scrap value now is zero. Okay, that is the second data given to you. And the third data is the rate of interest. So the cost of the capital attracts 10% interest. That is what the rate of interest we are talking about, which is 10%. And then finally, they have given the running cost. Now, what do you mean by running cost? Running cost, maintenance cost, operating cost. All the three are one and the same. I think I've told you in the morning, these are just the words which are interchangeably used. Running cost, operating cost, or maintenance cost, all the three are same. So they've given the running cost for the 7 years. So using this data, we are supposed to decide when the machine has to be replaced. That is what the question is. Okay. So now let me start solving this problem. So first, as usual, I am supposed to write down the year. Okay. Year will write down. Just 1 minute. I think this marker is not. Okay. Now, can you please tell me whether you are able to see the board clearly? Hello?
No, sir.
1 minute, just I'll make adjustment. Attending a conference, so it was just. Now is it better? Is it better now? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now you can see that totally they've given the data for the 7 years. 7 years values are given to you. Yeah. In the morning, I have used certain notations to define all the terminologies. Okay. Can anybody please tell me what is the notation that we use to define the running cost, maintenance cost, or operating cost? ಯಾವ symbol na use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? What is the symbol we use to denote the running cost? Can anybody please tell me?
F of X.
F of n adu, not x, f of n. Okay, n refers to years antadu. So f of n is nothing but the running cost. So running cost or the maintenance cost is one and the same. So you can see that the running cost is given for all the 7 years. They've given 7 years data. So let me write down. For the first year it is 2,500. Second year it is 3,000. Third year it is 4,000. And fourth year it is 5,000. And fifth year it is 6,500. Seventh year it is 8,000. And for the last year it is given as 10,000. Now this is the second data. They've given the running cost or the operating cost for all the 7 years. Okay, so this is the second data. Now what are you supposed to do? Now there is a very important concept which is added to this, which is about the rate of interest. I'll just do the calculation in the bottom here so that you can relate it to the main question. The rate of interest or the cost of capital, we can say it that way also, is given as 10% per annum. Normally 99% problems whenever you have a question on the time value of money, I think 10% is a very standard value. Usually in all problems, this is what the percentage they usually refer to. But there is no hard and fast rule that it should be only 10%. It can be any value, but generally they give 10%. Okay, so 10% in the quotier. If you look at your formula list, and then an question paper kottidine, at the very beginning you can see that there is a value called V. Okay, we are talking about V. V here refers to the present value of money. Okay, V is a symbol which is used to represent the present value of money, and it is given by the formula 1 plus R to the power of -1. This is the formula we have, which is used to define the value of present value of money, where R is nothing but the rate of interest. Here in this problem, the rate of interest refers to 10%. So first I have to calculate what is the value of V. V value na calculate madಬೇಕು. So which is nothing but V is equals to 1 plus 10%. Whenever you have any values in percentage, it should be expressed in fractions. So 10% now 10 by 100 ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. So 10 by 100 to the power of minus 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So if I simplify this, it can be written as 110 divided by 100 whole to the power of minus 1. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು LCM ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it will become 100 plus 10, 110 divided by 100 to the power of minus 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Can anybody please simplify this value and tell me how much we get? What is 110 divided by 100 to the power of minus 1? How much we get? Please use your calculator and tell me the value. Tell me the answer for this particular value. 110 divided by 100 whole to the power of minus 1. How much we get? Yeah, are you calculating this?
The 0.91.
ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೇಳಿ.
So it goes on, it's a recurring 909.9090.
First 4 decimals only. Tell me the first 4 decimals.
0.9090.
Yeah, 9091 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, recurring ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, we can take it as the last value is 1 so that it becomes recurring can be derecurred. Okay, 0.9091 can be the value. So whenever you have any question on the rate of interest and the case 2 bandaga, the first calculation that you are supposed to do is finding the value of V. First V value na calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು using this formula. Okay, what is the formula here? The present value of money is given by the formula 1 plus R to the power of minus 1, where R is nothing but the rate of interest. So this rate of interest value will be given as a part of the question, and that has to be substituted. So whenever the rate of interest is given in percentage, you should be able to express it in the fractions, so that this one simplified madidre, you will get this value. Is everybody clear with this step? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now we have got the value of V as 0.9091, which becomes the basis for calculation for all the other calculations. So nimma bera in ella calculation here, this value becomes the basis. With this value, the remaining calculations will go on. Idanna now calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, next end ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Next we are supposed to calculate a very important value called V to the power of n minus 1. Idanna calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now we have got the value of V. V ge value ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. What is the value of V? 0.9091. Now I am supposed to calculate the present value of money over a period of time. Idu constant value. Since I am talking about how the value of money depreciates over a period of time, I am supposed to calculate how this present value decreases over a period of time. First year eshtiде, second year eshtiದೆ, third year eshtiದೆ. Likewise, I should be able to calculate till the 7th year. 7th year varge calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. How do I calculate? Very simple. Now we know what is the value of V. V value ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. What is the value of V? 0.9091. Okay. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು? V to the power of n minus 1. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, whenever I am calculating the value for over a period of time, n minus 1 is a common terminology we use. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ number of years ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ n minus 1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That's the symbolic way of actually representing it. Okay, so let me start doing the calculations now. For the first year, the value will become like this: 0.9091 to the power of n minus 1. Now what do you mean by n here? N refers to the corresponding year. So first year andre the n becomes 1. For the second year, n becomes 2. For the third year, n becomes 3, and so on. Okay, since I'm calculating the value of V to the power of n minus 1 for the first year, here the value becomes 0.9091 to the power of n minus 1. N minus 1 andre enagatada 1 minus 1, because n takes the value 1. So what is 1 minus 1?
0.
Anything to the power of 0 is what?
0.
Anything to the power of 0 is what? 1. X to the power of 0 is correct. It's always 1, right? Anything to the power of 0 is not 0, it is 1. I hope you have, I think you guys have already forgotten all the basic mathematics. Okay, it is not 0, it is 1. Now you can see that 0.9091 to the power of 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ because 1 minus 1 is 0. So therefore, the first value will become 1. So for the first year, the present value is 1. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Like that, I am supposed to calculate for all the 7 years. Illi b value is constant. Ella year ge b value constant irutte. N value will keep changing. For the second year, n becomes 2. For the third year, n becomes 3, and so on. Okay. Now let me do for the second year. Second year enagutte 0.9091 to the power of 2 minus 1. So what is 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 is obviously 1. So anything to the power of 1 is the same value. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So this will become 0.9091. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll move for the third year. So what will be the third year value now? 0.9091 to the power of 3 minus 1. Because third year it is 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So I'm supposed to square this. So 0.9091 square. Can you please tell me the value? How much we get?
0.8265.
Very good. 0.8265. Very good. Okay, now let me take the fourth year now. So 0.9091 to the power of 4 minus 1. And the cube aಗುತ್ತೆ. Can you please find the cube and tell me how much we get?
0.7513.
0.7513. Very good. Okay. Next fifth year. 0.9091 to the power of 5 minus 1. And then to the power of 4 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. How much we get?
0.6830.
0.6830. Okay.
30.
Next will come to sixth year. So sixth year ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 0.9091 to the power of 6 minus 1. That is 5. So how much we get?
0.6209.
0.6209. Okay. And now we'll come to the last year, which is 0.9091 to the power of 7 minus 1, which is to the power of 6. So how much we get for this?
0.5644.
0.5644.
5644.
Okay. Now we have successfully calculated the value of present value of money for all the 7 years. Has everybody understood this step? Any question, any doubt here? Yeah? Any doubts? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yeah, now we have completed this part. Once the present value of money for the 7 years is calculated, what is the next step? The next step is we are supposed to determine the cumulative value of this. ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, whenever you are calculating cumulative value in replacement, what is the symbol we use to represent that? ಏನು represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಹೇಗೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? How do you represent the cumulative value? Hello?
Sigma f of n.
So this can be represented as summation of b to the power of n minus 1. The moment you have summation, I think a reflection ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. I'm just writing here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ I'll write it here. We should be writing a summation as b to the power of n minus 1. So the moment you come across the symbol summation, it refers to the cumulative value. And what is the fourth step I'm supposed to do now? The fourth column, I am supposed to calculate summation of b to the power of n minus 1. This value has to be calculated. Summation of b to the power of n minus 1 should be calculated. Okay? That means whatever value we have here, for this I am supposed to find the cumulative values. This is cumulative value to calculate. Okay? Can you please quickly tell me the cumulative values now? For the first year, 1 as it is. There is no change. Now the second year, how much we get? 1 plus 1.9091. So then 1.9091. Can you please tell me for the remaining values like that?
2.7356.
Just 1 minute. One nimsha. I'll just try to take a bit. Yeah, so that you can clearly see that. So I think now is it clear? Everyone can see it clearly? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now please proceed now. Tell me for the third year now.
2.7356.
7356. Okay. Next.
3.4869.
4869. Very good. Next.
4.1699.
4.1699.
1699.
Okay. Next.
4.7908.
7908. Okay, next
5.3552.
5.3.
552.
552. Okay, good. Now we have got the value of the cumulative values of all the present values. So once the cumulative values are got, the next step is you are supposed to multiply, very important, f of n into v to the power of n minus 1. What is the next step? I am supposed to multiply the running cost shall be multiplied with the present value of money. That is, the second column should be multiplied with the third column. This is your present value of money, which is v to the power of n minus 1, and this is your running cost. So the running cost has to be multiplied with the v to the power of n minus 1. That's what the next step is. Look at the board. Fn into v to the power of n minus 1. That is this value. Although v to the power of n minus 1 is this, that is the third column shall be multiplied with the second column. Can you please multiply and tell me quickly now? 2500 into 1. So obviously it remains same. It is 2500 because 1 in the multiply. Can you tell me the second value, next value? 3000 into 0.9091. How much we get? One of you please multiply and tell me quickly. Second value?
The 2727.3.
27.3.
Really correct. 27.
27.3.
No, I didn't get you. Come again.
27.3.
Okay, great. Third year, 4000 into 0.8265.
3306.
3306. No decimals, is it?
So
Okay, next year.
3756.5.
3756.5. Okay, good. Next year.
4439.5.
4439.5.
5.
Okay. Next year.
4967.2.
4967.2.
2.
Okay. Last year.
5644.
5644. Very good. Now we have got the next step, which is multiplying the running cost with the present value of money. So running cost and the present value of money. Now the next step is, after once this is calculated, now I am supposed to find out summation of f of n into v to the power of n minus 1. And whatever value we have here, we should find the cumulative value of that. The moment we have the symbol summation, it means cumulative value. Andre nimge ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ multiply ಮಾಡಿದೀರಾ ಈ values ಗೆ I am supposed to find the cumulative value. Okay, is it clear everyone? Yeah. Okay, now can you please tell me what is the cumulative values now? Yeah, the first value will be same 2500. Can you please tell me the second value now? 2500 plus 2727.3.
5.
How much we get?
5227.3.
5227.3.
7.3.
Yeah, okay. Third year.
8533.3.
8533.
33.3.
Okay, good.
3.
Next year. Yeah. Next year.
12289.8.
12289.8.
9.8.
Okay. Yeah. Next year.
167.
167.
29.3.
29.3. Okay. Next year.
216.
216.
96.5.
96.5. Okay. And last year.
27340.5.
270.
27340.5.
Okay. 27340.5. Very good. Okay. Now we have successfully calculated the cumulative values of this. Example, you can just mention numbers to each column. Again, confusion agala. First column, second column, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Totally 6 columns. Next, the next thing is we are supposed to find out C plus summation of f of n into v to the power of n minus 1. And whatever cumulative values we have got, for this cumulative value, the cost of equipment should be added. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ C plus for the same value, for every value the cost of the equipment should be added to it. C plus summation of Fn into V to the power of n minus 1. Another very simple, for this particular column, for individual value, I am supposed to add the cost of equipment. Can you please tell me what is the cost of equipment in this particular problem? C value is to idralli. What is the C value?
15,000.
Yeah, 15,000 rupees is your C value. So I am supposed to determine the C plus this. And for every value of this, 15,000 should be added to it. Add madadaga, I will get this particular column. Can you please add and tell me the values now quickly? For the first year, how much we get?
17,500.
2,500 plus 15,000. How much we get?
17,500.
This is C plus, and for every value, I should be adding the cost of equipment. That's all. Okay, can you please quickly add everything and keep it ready and give me the value? Even that is also fine, no problem. Okay. Once you're ready with the calculation, please let me know so that I can just start writing the next values.
So ready. So first value is 17,500.
ಇದಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈ particular value na we call it as total cost. So this is called as total cost. Okay, please remember here in the second case the total cost is nothing but C plus summation of Fn into V to the power of n minus 1. So total cost ge ee particular formula use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so I'm just writing here because there is a reflection. So total cost is nothing but C plus summation of F of n into V to the power of n minus 1. So this is a formula we use to find the value of total cost. So this is what this column is all about. The column is this C plus summation F of n into V to the power of n minus 1. So I'm supposed to find the total cost for all the years. Is that ready? Calculation is ready now, everyone? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Hello, can you
Sir,
hear
can
me?
you hear
Are you
us?
there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello? But I'm not able to hear you. I'm not able to hear you. Just 1 minute, huh? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, there was I just plugged out. Yeah. Okay. 1 minute, huh? Yes, I think this is better, I guess. Yeah. Okay, can you please tell me the values now? Total cost values, everyone? Okay. So what is the value now for the first year? How much we get?
17,500.
Okay, so for the first year, it is 17,500. Okay, good. Second year,
20,000 to 27.3.
20,000.
20
Yeah,
to
yeah.
27.3.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Third year,
23, 533.3.
okay. Next year,
27, 289.8.
okay. Next year,
31, 729.3.
729.3. Okay. Next year,
36, 696.5.
696.5. Okay. And final year?
42,340.5.
340.
340.5.
Okay, great. So this is what the values we have got, which is called as the total cost. Okay. Now we have come to the last stage of the problem where we are supposed to calculate the average cost. Right. So all the conclusions or decisions in replacement problem will be based on the average cost. Okay. Here the average cost is nothing but A of n. Okay, A of n, which is given by the simple formula total cost divided by summation of b to the power of n minus 1. This is a very important thing. I am writing the formula here. Please look at the board clearly. The average cost, that is A of n, is given by the formula total cost divided by summation of v to the power of n minus 1. It is not we are dividing by the corresponding year, unlike the previous case. Previous case line ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, total cost by n we used to get the answer. But now when you are calculating the value in the case 2, the average cost has got a different formula. The formula here is the total cost divided by summation of v to the power of n minus 1. What is summation of v to the power of n minus 1? This value. E values ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. That is the cumulative value of your the present value of money. Using this value, I am supposed to find the average cost. Andre every total cost has to be divided by the value of summation of v to the power of n minus 1. Then we will get the average cost. Okay. So can you please tell me the values now quickly? Okay. Can you please tell me the values now? For the first year, how much we get? 17,500 divided by 1. Because 1 is the value, so it remains same. So it will become 17,500. For the second year, it is 20,227.3 divided by 1.9091. Okay. So what is the value? How much we get? Divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? One of you please do the calculations and help me know how much we get.
10,595.20.
One nimisha, I'll just reduce the volume. It is creating echo. Yeah. Yeah, please tell me, madam. Yeah. How much? Yeah, please go ahead.
So 10,595.20.
595.20. Okay, good. So third year, how much we get? 23,533.3 divided by 2.7356. How much we get?
8,602.61.
61. Okay, good. Next year. Next year in Bharata. How much we get? 27,289.8 divided by
7826.37.
0.37. Okay, good. So next year, 31,729.3 divided by 4.1699. How much we get?
7609.12.
7,000.
609.12, sir.
Okay, 7609.12. Okay. Next year, 36,696.5 divided by 4.7908.
7,659.78.
0.78. Okay. And the last year, 42,340.5 divided by 5.3552.
7906.42.
7906.42.
06.42.
Okay. Now we have got all the values now. Now I want you to please draw the conclusion. How do we draw the conclusion now? By looking at the average cost, can you please tell me which year this particular machine has to be replaced?
Fifth year,
sir.
Because you can see that the lowest value is how much here? 7,609.12. After that, you can see the cost has increased. So, only minimum cost is that is the right time to go for replacement. So, what is the conclusion now? The item should be replaced at the end of fifth year. At the end of fifth year. That is the conclusion. Okay. So the final conclusion, even in case 2 also is the same. Even in case 2, we are trying to identify when the machine has to be replaced. But the way we draw the conclusion or the way we arrive at this conclusion is entirely different when it compared to case 1. So case 1 was far more simple. Adralli tumba kadme steps ittu because we were never accommodating the value of present value of money. But in case 2, since we are also taking the present value of money, the number of steps also increases and it is slightly complicated. Complicated in the sense you need to remember the logic. Ili yav step admele yav step barbeku, that you have to remember, because if there is a small variation in that, then you will never be able to get the final conclusion. Okay. Now is everybody clear with all these steps in case 2? Is that clear? Any doubts or any questions or anything to be clarified as far as the first question is concerned? Please let me know. I'll just try to explain that. Is that clear, everyone? Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to quickly someone to summarize this. So Israel, Aaron, what are these extra things that I have done in this problem? Can anybody please throw some light on that? What are the extra step or what is the extra thing that we have done as far as case 2 is concerned? Can anybody please throw some light on that? Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah. Please take the lead. Can anybody please sum up what exactly we have done extra here as far as the case 1 and case 2 is concerned? If I were to compare this. Extra in ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Please go ahead. Are you able to hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. If
Sir,
you
here
don't,
we calculated B value using rate of interest.
okay.
First, that is
Okay.
our extra step.
Very good.
Then we had salvage value 0, so we didn't do anything with respect to that.
Very good.
And we found the summation of V raised to n minus 1.
Very good.
Then we've multiplied that with our f of n.
What do you mean by
Then
f of
again,
n? What is the
sorry,
meaning
sir?
of what is the meaning of
Operating
f of n?
cost or running cost.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, go ahead.
Then we found the summation of f of n into v raised to n minus 1, that's the cumulative value.
Okay.
Then to that we added the cost value of the machine, that is 15,000. So that
Okay.
becomes our total cost.
Okay.
Then we calculated the average cost by dividing it by dividing the total cost by summation of v raised to n minus 1. And from the average cost, whatever was the minimum value, that is the year on at the end of that year, we have to replace the machine.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I think, it was crystal clear. The points were very clearly kept squared. I'm very happy. Good. Very good. So this is exactly what we have done as far as the case 2 is concerned. Okay. Now, if I look at the second and third question there, okay. Anyway, I'll take up this question and solve that. But before that, I want some of you to please give me your insights about the second and third question. Let me start with the second question. I hope everybody has this PDF document with you. I want you to please open that and please look at the question number 2. Question number 2, Nalle, what exactly they're trying to ask you here? A machine costs rupees 6,000. The running cost and the salvage value at the end of each year is given below. If the interest rate is 10% per annum, when should the machine be replaced? Now, can anybody please tell me what is the difference between the first question and second question in terms of the structure of the question is concerned? Any difference in the question?
So in the first question, the scrap value was 0. Here we
good.
have a range of salvage
Yeah,
values.
very good, excellent. This is a very important observation that you have to make as far as case 2 problem is concerned. Case 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ salvage value ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we usually take it as 0 ಅಥವಾ constant ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ we used to subtract and we used to write the value. It was a very simple mechanism. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ steps ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು difference ಇರ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, if the scrap value was given or not given, there was not much difference as far as the total steps was concerned. But in case 2, depending on whether the salvage value is given to you or not, there could be a lot of difference in the entire problem itself. Are you getting my point? Now, when steps na solve madidiville, that will largely depend on certain data. If the salvage value is given to you, then we have a different way of solving the problem. If the salvage value is not given to you, then the way we construct the steps is entirely different. Are you getting my point? So please don't be under the impression that the salvage value has absolutely no relevance or not makes much impact as far as the question is concerned. Salvage value kottidre ontara solve madbekagutte. If the salvage value is not given to you, then we have a different way of solving it. That's why in the entire replacement problem, the questions on case 2 is slightly complex. Yak complex anta heltini andre, not because it is difficult. The number of steps keeps changing on the basis of data. So data mele nama idi steps change agutte. Hagagi there is always a probability that the people might get confused with the number of steps. Illi steps na construct madbekadre there are possibilities that the people might get confused. That's why I'm time and again telling you to please be very clear about the notations. Tumba jana en ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ mechanically you solve the problem. You should never do that. You should understand the meaning of each notation and the sequence in which it is solved. A logical agi sequence artha agbeku nimge. So once you have understood that logic in the sequence, then any question given in the replacement, I think you will not have any confusion. Okay, now we are coming across a second variety of question within case 2. So case 2 nalle is a second variety question we are taking up. Now what is that second variety question here? In the second variety, we are coming across a problem where the salvage value, resale value, or the scrap value of each year is separately given to you. So whenever we have the salvage value given separately for each year, then the modus operandi completely changes. So this point has to be clearly registered in your mind. E point in clarity. Okay, so you need to have the clarity on this point. Then the further steps become simple. Okay, so shall we start the second problem now? Can we do it? Do you have the time? Can we do it, or you want me to do it tomorrow? How is it?
We can do it, sir.
We can do it. So okay, is it decision of the whole class or only Ravi's decision?
Sir, you can continue, sir.
Yeah, we'll try to complete this. Like we don't have much time also, because already we have entered July, and we never know when university will take a call of doing exam and stuff like that. Let's not take any risk. And moreover, you have your preparatory exam coming from Monday also. Okay. Yeah. Before I forget, did I mention the syllabus for the preparatory exam?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Good. I remember. Ilandre again should not be a problem. Okay. Let me first tell you the syllabus and then I'll solve this question. I'll better write it on the board. So the syllabus for your preparatory exam is Module 1, Module 2, then Module 4, and then Module 5. History of the syllabus. Okay. Even though I am completing replacement theory by tomorrow, but I'm not including Module 6. Because the various sections only, I think still they are behind. That's why we need to have a common syllabus for all the sections. So the syllabus will be this 4 modules. So first and second module is completely theory. Theory jotege you have problems on what is that inventory management. Adishtu production will barata. So I think we have solved problems on inventory management. Hope you all remember that. Gyapka idella ellargo?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we have numerical problems on that. And module 4 is completely on transportation problem. I think we have done that. So that is also included. And module 5, there are 2 chapters in that. That is sequencing as well as assignment problem. So this will be the syllabus for your preparatory exam. I think Anita ma'am and Dilip sir will brief you about how the exams are going to be conducted. Have they already done that session?
No, sir.
Okay, I think they are going to give you a briefing on that. This is basically called as proctoring examination system. Andre, you will be monitored at your home. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೀತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾನಿಟರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ. So it's like virtually you're writing an exam. It is not a multiple choice question exam. It is an essay type exam like your regular exam. So ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ and you will be monitored by the faculty members sitting at RVAM. Okay, and adella procedure ide. There are some technical terminologies and all that. I think they'll be the better people to explain you how it is done. I don't want you to give a different version and confuse you. So they will do that part, don't worry. But anyway, examination will be for 35 marks. So 35 marks ke examination irutta. And as far as the scheme of exam is concerned, you have totally 3 sections: part A, part B, and part C. So part A nalli you will have 5 marks question. Okay, so you will be totally supposed to answer 2 questions. So adu 10 marks barutte. Next to part B, 1 question for 10 marks. Adu second part. And third will be case study, will be for 15 marks. Okay, so this is how it will be divided. Okay, so nimge part A nalli you should answer 2 questions, each carrying 5 marks. Part B nalli you have to answer 1 question carrying 10 marks. And part C, it is a compulsory question. Usually it will be a case study. Case study irutta, adu nimge 15 marks. So this will be totally coming to 35 marks. Okay, and the duration of the exam will be 1.5 hours. So
Sir, is there any choice in questions, sir?
Yeah, it will be there. So part A nalli, I think totally 4 questions will be given to you, and you should answer any 2. Part B nalli 3 questions will be given to you, and you should answer 1. And part C, there will be no choice. It's a compulsory question.
Thank
Okay?
you, sir.
Okay. This is how the pattern for all the subjects. So usually the practical paper galalli compulsory question will be a numerical problem. So bare theory subjects you will have case study, but in our paper like financial management and production paper really problems barutte. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now let me take the question now. Now the question goes like this: the cost of the machine is 6,000 rupees. So obviously they have given you 1 nimisha. I'll just okay. Let me use this from the edge so that I can use the whole board. Please let me know whether you are able to see all the values. Okay, can you see the board, everyone? Answer that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So totally they have given 7 years data: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is the first data given to you. They have given the running cost. So what do you mean by running cost? Running cost, operating cost, or maintenance cost, all the 3 are same. So which is nothing but f of n. F of n value is given to you. So what is the f of n value given to you? For the first year it is 1,200. Second year it is 1,400. Third year it is 1,600. Fourth year it is again 1,600. Sorry. Fourth year it is 1,800. Okay. Fifth year it is 2,000. Then it is 2,400. And then finally it is 3,000. Okay. So this is the operating cost given to you. Okay. Idadmele next one en madbeku, as usual I am supposed to find the value V of n. Okay. V value calculate madana. Okay, V is what we are supposed to calculate. So the V is given by the formula 1 plus R to the power of minus 1. Okay, so what do you mean by R here? Can anybody please tell me what is the meaning of R? What is the meaning of R?
Rate of interest, sir.
So it is given as 10% here. So 1 plus 100